Hello, Swamiji. My name is Jane. I made my question pointed, so I'll read it from. This question relates to nididhyasana. Since the realization of the self is so internal, how do we then, in our practice, check for ourselves when and if we truly are experiencing pure consciousness and not just a reflected consciousness, however subtle and pleasant that can be at times?
Okay, good question. Let's start with what you said first. I have a pointed question for you. This will immediately remind those who have read the Upanishads, remind you of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where the woman sage, Gargi, she says to the master Yajnavalkya, I have two pointed questions for you. Sharp are my questions as the poison-tipped arrows of the prince of somebody. So, yes. When do we know that we are experiencing pure consciousness and not just a reflected consciousness? It's a question related to nididhyasana. Nididhyasana means Vedantic meditation. There's a lot to unpack here. When are we experiencing pure consciousness? Never and always. Never means pure consciousness is not an object to be experienced. You can never experience it. So, but then, what's the point of all of this? Why are we here? You should have told us earlier. Vivekananda says, you must not go away thinking it is unknown. It is more than known. It is in fact always known. It's like saying the eyes. With my eyes, I see things. Follow this carefully. With my eyes, I see things. Now, if your question is, when am I seeing my eyes? And not just a reflection of my eyes or a picture of my eyes. Because you say, when am I seeing my eyes? You always say, look at yourself in the mirror. But that's a reflection of my eyes. I am not seeing the eyes the way I am seeing you, like that. I can't put my eyes there and then see my eyes. I can't. Or if you show me a picture, Swami, take a selfie, you can see your eyes. But that's a picture of my eyes. So her question is, when can I see my eyes and not just a reflection or a picture of my eyes? The answer is never. But also, always. Whenever we are seeing anything at all, we know that the eyes are there. Whenever we are experiencing anything at all, that's an experience of consciousness. And this clarity comes, she's going into meditation. No, don't. The Vedanta will say, listen carefully. Listen carefully. It's, when you say, I am trying very hard to experience pure consciousness, don't disturb me. I'm trying to. It's like, I'm trying to explain, you can't see your eyes. You say, don't tell me that. I'm trying very hard to see my eyes. You won't. There is something that we need to understand. That the eyes cannot be seen by the eyes as an object. Similarly, consciousness, pure consciousness cannot be experienced as an object. It's not an easy thing to understand. It's very simple, but it's not easy. There's a book called The Irreducible Mind. It's a collection of academic papers on psychology, cognitive science, and so on. And one chapter on that is pure consciousness events. There are many people talking about how they experience pure consciousness. The title itself shows a devastating error in understanding. What people mean when they say we have experienced pure consciousness is they have experienced a very deep state of silence or peace of the mind. A lasting, profound peace, a pure and still mind. Where it's not useless, it's very valuable. Where our nature as pure consciousness becomes evident. What you are experiencing is the stillness of the mind. But because of the stillness of the mind, that you are not the mind, that becomes evident. This is the core idea, the central principle of Patanjali Yoga. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Why do they try to still the mind in meditation? Why are they trying to get samadhi? It's because when you have stilled the mind completely in meditation, and by the way, that's rare and valuable, very rare, very difficult. It's not just a passing quietness. When you stilled the mind truly in deep meditation, then tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Then the witness consciousness is in its real nature. Otherwise, if the mind is moving, if there are thoughts, feelings, emotions, activities, vritti sarupyam itaratra. Otherwise, the witness consciousness becomes identified with the movement of the mind. Anger in the mind, wave of anger in the mind. We don't say, I am the witness consciousness and I am illumining a wave of anger in the mind. You say, I am mad at you. I become identified with the movement of the mind. So you still the movements of the mind, then you appreciate that you are pure consciousness. This is the yogic way. But the Advaitic way, that's not the Advaitic way. The Advaitic way is stop meditating, stop it. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. You must appreciate yourself, understand what the eyes are, then you will give up the attempt to see the eyes as an object. You will not even think that's a worthwhile project anymore. You will be perfectly at peace because you know the eyes are always there. Exactly like that, you are pure consciousness regardless of whether you experience it, you are experiencing X, Y, or Z. Whatever we are experiencing is because you are pure consciousness. Now, you would say, why then pure consciousness? What do you mean by pure? Pure is the consciousness itself, minus the objects. So then we must make an effort to eliminate the objects. There are two ways of eliminating the objects. One way, two ways of ensuring pure consciousness. One way is to stop the mind. It's the mind which presents the objects. The mind, the ego sense, that's the primary object. Stop the mind. You need meditation for that. Prolonged, careful practice of meditation. Or the second way, the Advaitic way is the objects themselves are nothing but that pure consciousness. You alone are appearing as your own objects in a dream. How will you experience yourself in the dream? If you ask that question, how do you experience the dreaming mind? The moment you understand what a dream is, you will realize whatever you are seeing in the dream is the dreaming mind. True or not? The Advaitin, whatever you experience in this world, when you see, hear, smell, taste, touch, in the midst of all activities, you are experiencing pure consciousness. Because these are pure consciousness. The objects are nothing but pure consciousness. Kena Upanishad says, Pratibodha viditam matam amritatvam hi vindate. In every experience of life, actual daily experience, not just samadhi, in daily experiences, enjoying, suffering, seeking, at peace, waking, dreaming, deep sleep, whatever the experience, in every experience, if you appreciate yourself as the I am, the limitless pure consciousness, every experience is revealing it. To the one who knows. To the one who does not know, even samadhi will not reveal it. Now, Ashtavakra sings that to the unenlightened one, even when withdrawn from all activities, finds no peace. And the enlightened one, involved in all activities, is ever at peace. Gita says, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi, Brahmagno Brahmanahutam, Brahmaiva tena gantavyam, Brahma karma samadhina. We chant it before food. The danger of chanting is everybody feels like the Pavlov's dogs, you know. It's the bell which makes the dog salivate, you feel hungry. But what it means is, in every action, you're actually working, walking, talking, driving. You're experiencing God all the time. You say, that's a nice slogan. But it's not true. It's literally true. You're experiencing nothing but God. The difference is between knowledge and ignorance. you know what's going on here, then yes, you are ever immersed in a limitless ocean of pure consciousness. You don't know what's going on here, you keep looking. It's like trying to see my eyes with... why are you going around with wide open eyes? I'm trying to see my eyes. You cannot. So nididhyasana, yes. Stilling the mind is a great way of appreciating yourself as consciousness apart from body-mind. But I would also recommend, give Vedanta a chance. Keep listening. Try to understand. Pure consciousness is available to us in every experience.